Oh man, ooh, that baby look good. That FedEx buggy look good. But yeah, this RCGP race, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Yeah, sometimes it do helps to suck sometimes before you get opportunities like this. So right here is RCGP loves RCGP2. It's just when you team up with the pro driver, and I was blessed to get Gary Rutherford as the pro driver to team up and just go over my car and give me some little tips and tricks right here. He just filling my drivetrain, make sure everything's free, not bound up, and everything was free because I did my maintenance that we always talk about, RC family. So I'm just showing this right here. We're going over my diff package, and I ran like 10,000 diff weight oil in the front, 10,000 in the center diff, and 4,000 in the rear diff. He was saying he was running a similar package. He was running more of a, I think he said 12, 5,000 weight in the front, and then 15,000 in the center, and I think he ran 7,000 in the rear. So we just going over that, talking about the diff oil setup. He was saying everything felt smooth. He was asking me what else, how the car was feeling on the track. And I said it's feeling really good. I just wanted to be a little bit more plush feeling. So right here, he set the car on the table, and pushing down on the shocks, just trying to feel like how stiff and how soft my suspension was. He said that everything felt really good. I ran like 35 weight oil in the front shocks and ran 32 and a half weight oil in the rear shocks. He said it felt really good, really good. So yeah, man. So it's just good to come to these races, especially the RCGP, when you can get one-on-one time with pros like this. And this is a world champion, you know. So I was honored for this opportunity, and like I said, sometimes it don't hurt to suck sometimes. Even though I didn't actually suck, it was just some of my servo went out, so I had to miss a couple of rounds getting that repaired and put back in. So, but right here, he was just telling me, asking me how did it feel on the track, and I was telling him that it felt pretty good. I just wanted a little bit more steering in this S section that was in the middle of the track that you have to really steer around it. So he was just, again, just checking my, was talking about the diffs still, and he was saying that I could go up a little bit on my disc normally if I had time to, but he said everything felt good overall. So he just telling me right here that Joe Barnhorse was working with my teammate Joe, and Joe asked David to come feel his shocks and see, how his felt. He said that Joe's felt kind of a little bit too soft, so he was giving Joe some advice on what he could do to his buggy. So Joe, my teammate, was working with Joe Barnhorse, the pro driver, and Joe Barnhorse, drives for S-Works, and Joe, my teammate, is another Miyako driver. So we all, help each other out, and he was helping Joe, my teammate, giving him some advice too. And Doc, my awesome cameraman right here, that's my partner, my brother, Doc. And I appreciate you, Doc. Shout out to Doc, holding that camera, capturing all this great footage and great content, great information to share with the RC family. So yeah, so Doc was asking me right here, what all David was saying while he's helping Joe over there. He just telling me that, like I said, we went over the diff oil setup that I had. He said it was pretty good. It was good. And he was asking me, Doc was just asking me more of, like I said, how the car was feeling. And he was asking me, what's the rear end washing out, as far as like my diff setup in the rear. And I was like, no, it felt pretty good.
What you got in the diffs right now?
And because like I said, we was all on controlled tires, and it was kind of loose because the controlled tire was kind of
15,
hard, like
10.
a soft compound. We really needed like a super soft. So all the cars that was out there was feeling loose, especially in the RC2 class. So Doc was just asking me what he was saying, how should I adjust for it, and I was just telling him, he just said that everything felt pretty good. That if I could go up on my real diff oil, if I wanted to, from 4 to like 5 up to 7. So right here he came back, and now the RCGP people was telling us they had to go over here and do an interview. I had to say this little quick interview of RCGP loves RC2. We have to go over here to the side and do tell them our name, where we from, and who's driving our car. Also, they get to drive our car after they give us this awesome advice. So they go Keenan, they go your boy EKJ 24000. Finna go over here, do the interview. We're just telling my name and David be driving my car. It's Keenan from the No Name RC podcast. Left of the Great. So we over here about to do the little introduction, because I think this is gonna be on the RCGP channel too. So we were just right here. I'm just introducing myself, Corey Jordan from Montgomery, Alabama, and David Runner-Falk will be driving my car. So that's what we're doing right here. That's Keenan over there acting crazy in the background. So yeah, so we just have to do that, and like I say, introduce myself and just tell everybody that David will be driving my car, and just tell everybody where I'm from, Montgomery, Alabama. So we did that. Getting on the, get a little camera time. Always helps. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Getting used to being in the media. So we did our little introduction. So now we can go back over to the car and really just getting it ready for David to drive. So we walking back over here to the car. We got Mal. He's real cool. Everybody was real cool, man. That's why I was telling y'all, if y'all can get a chance to come to something like this, do this. Do this. Like I said, I got an opportunity to get the world champion to go over my car, give me a little tips on it. So right here was going over my steering, because like I said, I want a little more steering in that S section on the track. So right now he's just checking my endpoints. He made a few adjustments to give me a little bit more steering throw, and he's checking right here. He's checking going over my servo saver. He was saying my servo saver was kind of loose. So when y'all building your kits, make sure your servo saver is, if you want the max steering, make sure that servo saver is pretty much tightened all the way up, locked down. So Doc just repositioning himself so he can see. So we're going over that. He's just telling me to make sure that servo saver it was tight, but he was saying this sometime when you're on the track and you think it's locked all the way down, that pressure of turning the wheels will make it give a little more. So that's what he was saying, right? Telling me again, just make sure that servo saver is locked completely down. And right here, so that's what we adjusted that and got it right. And now he was asking me about my brakes, how my brakes was feeling. I said that was feeling pretty good. He was saying, okay, now you had a little bit more front brake than rear brakes. So now we're getting ready to adjust the brakes. So we're adjusting the brakes right now. So now he's giving me a little bit more rear brake, but just giving a little bit more overall control of the car, more stable. It also helped me, like I said, to turn a little better, so I can control the car better, to help me corner a little better. So he just telling me like he run his brake setup more 50-50. So he'll give him precise braking at the right points, so you won't lose any time on the track. So we just discussing back and forth. Like I said, he was asking me what I would like, how I would like the car to feel. And like I said, I needed a little bit more brake. I want to feel a bit more plush, and he fixed my steering. And he was saying that another thing that I could do, just make sure that I was giving getting a complete throttle throw. As far as like my throttle was opened up all the way. Like I said, I had switched that servo out that went out. It was my throttle servo that went out. And he was making sure that everything is had enough throttle, linkage throw. So I told him that I was running a 6mm carb insert. So he was saying okay, because I still had some room to open up my throttle some more. And then when I did come home and look at it, had time to sit down with it again after all this, it still wasn't opening up the whole length